No! The standard is the standard. We set the standard.
Welcome, Omaha Beef fans. I'm your host, DJ K-Dub Omaha. Welcome to the Prime Time Beef Huddle. To my right, I got, of course, the usual Coach Negron in the house. Woo woo.
What's up, man?
Then to the right of him, we got good old, I don't know. Someone might know who he is. He's this guy.
He's on the back of a
Shows off the rails now.
Oh yeah, it's over now.
It's over.
I make a post, I get a call, it says, hey, don't worry, I took it over. We got Ricky Burtz, the man, the myth, the legend, owner in the house. We appreciate it.
Somebody clearly, when we talk to our featured sponsor tonight, they're gonna give a little education.
I'm not getting the check for today's episode.
He's gonna give a little education on who writes the check.
Oh boy, he does. All right. We'll give you a little bit of clap.
There we
go. Ricky Burtz in the house. Welcome back.
You should have waited until he handed out the check.
Oh, my bad. We haven't seen you for a while. How you been?
I'm doing good. And there's a guy who you're going to bring on later on. He's backstage. We can see him. We can't see him. He's the smartest position at all in the entire football field. That I know he's watching us right now, but even he's going to know you don't mess around with the guy that writes the checks. You know what I mean?
Oh, Man, I got one job, and it's not mess with the guy who writes the check.
5 minutes in, we're already fired.
It's okay. It's all right. Next up. No, I'm just joking. Anyways, this is, we have Ricky Burtz on here. We got a good show coming up, a special show. Next Thursday, we want to make an announcement for. It's the Veterans Day show, where we're going to bring on some veterans, some other sponsors and people who are related to us that really take that word veteran to a whole nother level. Because of course that's something near and dear to all of our hearts. Ricky,
absolutely. 100%.
You made a post today that I'm sure people are also asking what's really going to go on next week. And then many people have seen a movie where you got Team Jacob versus Team Edward. Yeah. But we're going to have Team Negron versus Team Sprawls. Going down.
What does he do?
I have no idea.
I'm just, you got to add to it, right? I mean, you got to add the suspense to it. Why do we have two teams, Ricky? What is going to happen next week?
Well, again, like you said, back on our Twilight Saga phenomena that went on for a while. And our fans, we're going to come up with a prize for our fans that pick one side or the other. So before we even talk about what the challenge is going to be, yes, there is a challenge taking place next week between two people with the Omaha Beef, and you said it already, Jeff Sprouse and Brandon Negron. So we're going to have Team Sprouse and Team Negron. Now, again, we've got one of our partners is going to come on here in just a little bit, and it's actually what's great. We were talking about Veterans Day. He's actually got some really cool stuff that I'll let him show on here that is very patriotic. He'll get into, but we were having a conversation, and we're going to have the top dog powder coating hot chip challenge. So who's going to be the top dog? And we're going to do it live on the air. Okay. Jeff and Brandon, coach, are going to be in here, and we've ordered the hot chips. Now, coach doesn't even know this. Okay. We had a conversation. Is it Scoville? Is that what it's called? Scoville. Okay. They're off to the side here, which we're under renovation work here still inside the players lounge,
Keep adjusting, but we love it.
We will be. Yes. So
keep building on the Ace Brento set.
There you go. So I guess the jalapeno has 1,000 Scoville. Is that correct? Yep. They're giving me the head nod. So I remember some stuff. And so we were talking about this hot chip challenge, and he goes, dude, some of these things have got Scoville ratings of 1 million to 1.5 million.
Now, sounds good.
So I'm just going to bring it out right now is what I'm going to do, because the challenge is out there. They have both accepted that, and I probably shouldn't even say this, but I'm going to. I mean, I jumped on Amazon. I did the purchase. Okay. And whenever they send you rubber gloves with your chips that you come on in, that should be an indication of something that they don't want your hands touching it at all or anything. So
my eyes are burning already. And I say this because I I remember Ricky going, hey, K-Dub, you want in on this, right? Nah, there ain't no triple team in here. We're only 2 teams,
2 guys,
just like
and we'll have it all set up, ready to go between having milk and ice buckets. Maybe we'll have some empty buckets if the stuff comes back up or whatever.
Ranch.
We'll have some ranch. Maybe we'll get like, hey, we have our prime dancer tryouts this weekend. Maybe some of them want to be on standby to give like mouth-to-mouth services later on or something. No, we won't do any of that, Coach. He's shaking his head. No.
Man. How did you get pulled in? What?
Omaha, I'll do anything for you.
This is our food guy here. If you don't know, I mean, you've seen us at all these food places. But
we're going to go back to the Scoville rating, though, okay?
Man, I was trying to get away from that for you, man.
So a jalapeno is 1,000 Scoville, all right? And what about comments on here, all right? I'm going to give away an Omaha beef. We're going to give away something here, like right now, and we'll give people we'll give them like 20 seconds to guess what the Scoville rating is here, okay? Oh, and by the way, Team Sprouse, Jeff is in there saying that I'm winning, you know?
Ooh,
I'm trying to figure out what is the winning part. How do you win in this contest?
We'll get it all figured out here. Okay, so a jalapeno is 1,000 Scoville, all right? And having our conversation, these are Ghost Reaper and everything else. Man, Jeff is just throwing down the smackdown. He says you have no chance. Okay. So, and when you send it out into the universe, you have to remember all that. But
screenshot that stuff.
It's gonna be on there.
So, and we have Coach Stewart, and we got Chase in the back screen. Hey, John, Katie, who came with the crazy idea?
That's a great question. That's a fantastic question, John and Katie.
What is it? At the advice of my attorney, I have been advised to take the Fifth Amendment and not answer whatever. We hear that an awful lot in politics nowadays.
Someone's saying this is just insane. That's just insane.
Yes, thank you, Alicia.
Well, yeah. And they're all going to come. So it's going to be live on the air. So who knows what's going to happen, everything else. I mean,
okay, here's my question, though. Will you be ready to be my co-host if my co-host ain't my co-host?
Show this day. That's not happening. You have to fill in.
No. You might be able to make it through. I think you can.
So I've learned a long time ago, and I think our partners over here is the people. We were just talking earlier about coaches that should have been coordinators versus being a head coach and all that. I mean, the best coaches are the ones that can multitask and do more things at once.
Nothing to do with football. Nothing.
It's pretty close. It does. It's like showing your team that you're willing to go all out.
They already know that. We didn't need to buy chips on Amazon to prove that.
It is showing who can perform under hot, intense Scoville pressure is what it is.
Oh, I like that you added that, the Scoville pressure.
So, but now we're going to say, though, you'll have to write up plays while you're eating the chips, is what John and Katie said. John and Katie, can you write up plays on toilet paper? I don't know. But anyway, so
porcelain guy.
But we're going to go back to it. So the Scoville rating, I will reveal the Scoville rating on this chip here. Even though
guess the Scoville rating, fans, and you can win Omaha Beef merchandise.
Stewart, can you hear us, Brandon? Give us a thumbs up. Can you hear us, Brandon? While you're backstage, or no, you can. Yeah. All right. So Brandon, nobody can see us. All right. Coach is he's gonna draw the line here. He's gonna spit out a number of what he thinks the Scoville rating is going to be. And I'm gonna ask you, is the rating higher or lower? Okay, so a jalapeno is 1,000 Scoville, and this is a ghost pepper chip. CJ says 2.5 million. Holy cow!
Woo!
2.5 million. So, Coach, how hot do you think the Scoville rating on this chip is?
Ooh, higher or lower?
Well, hold on. He's got to pick out a number, and then our special teams coach is going to
Taylor Harden. All right, with Ace Renton, also Bill Harden's son. Just don't eat the dang chip. That's
whoa, Taylor.
No,
first of all, I want to say
the challenge is already out there. So hold on.
I want to say thank you for the lounge. We appreciate
the shout out to Taylor.
But come on, man. You want to see him eat the chip. Everybody want to see him eat the chip. Why? Because I'm not.
It's not the chip I came to Omaha for. I came here for a different chip.
Okay.
So Coach, what is your guess on the Scoville rating?
You're asking me?
Yeah. What is your guess?
Well, I can't answer because I looked it up.
Oh.
Well then
it's 2 million was what I found.
It's okay. He says 2 million. So Brandon, He says the Scoville rating is 2 million. Give me a thumbs up if you think it's higher, or a thumbs down if you think it's lower than 2 million Scoville.
Ooh, I like that comment. What do you think, Brandon?
Can he see
Higher
us
or
here?
lower? He could see us.
He can hear us, yeah.
He can hear us. We just can't hear him. Higher or lower?
You got to give me a thumbs up if it's higher than 2 million, or a thumbs down if it's lower.
Ooh.
Is that Derek Curtis giving me a thumbs up for taking one for the team, or
That's
is that go higher?
Brandon says higher.
Higher. Brandon, you are correct. The Scoville rating is higher than
This
2
is
million
stupid,
Scoville.
man.
Terrence,
So you know.
Terrence says 2.2.
And just so you know, Terrence McIntyre is
T-Mac.
correct. It is 2.2
Woo!
million.
Let's go.
Scoville is the rating of the chip. That I mean, and hey, we see Hannah in there. You know, one of our prime dancers. She guessed 1 million. It's more than double.
More
that.
than that.
More than double that.
Too
So,
damn many. Correct.
So
She's right.
if I'm saying this correctly here, if my math is right, so 2.2 million Scoville is 2,200 times hotter than a jalapeno. Correct? That my zeros in
So
there,
is
right?
that the equivalent of me eating 2,200 jalapeno peppers in one sitting?
Oh yeah, sounds similar. Sounds like a good deal.
I mean, I like Coach Curtis. Go higher and be glad you're taking one for the team, Coach.
Ooh, Coach.
We're Derek. We're helping Coach out here and Jeff as well. That when you talk about taking one for the team and you'll do anything for the team, he's going to be able to stand in front of the team at orientation and say, "Guys, I took a $2.2 million Scoville hot pepper chip on a live podcast for you."
Live on this wonderful podcast, man. We are taking this to a whole nother level. It's not what everybody thought it was going to be.
You know what I
interactive.
love? This is the highest viewership that we've had on a show that I've seen. You see the numbers up there?
You just haven't been here. You got to be here to see it. You know, we see it.
We see it.
It gets way higher.
I'm sure the viewership's going to be even higher next week.
Next
Is
week
it
on the
really?
13th.
Is it higher than that? I've never seen
Oh
it.
yeah, 60s to 80s easily.
Wow. Okay.
Consistently.
So,
We do a little
I
bit
love
here.
you too, DC. I hope I make it to camp after
All
this.
right.
Love you
Well,
too.
real quick before we bring on our sponsor for the show, you guys had tryouts. Ricky, from the owner's point of view, what'd you think of tryouts? Obviously, your first time with Coach Negron leading way. What was that like for you?
you know, it was a mixed bag for me. Kendall is what it was. I think that there were a lot of individuals that put in a lot of time and effort in preparing for the tryouts, you know, and I'm a firm believer that you get out of something what you put into it. And I don't know if I can say this on air or not, but since I open my mouth, I will. But I say in the office all the time, half-ass efforts get half-ass results. And the one thing about us as an organization is we're never going to half-ass anything. Like if we're going to do it, we are going to go 110% in. I mean, we talk about all the time, the standard is the standard. So I was excited because there were some people that were there that put in the work and the effort, and it showed, you know, but also too, there were some people that didn't put in the effort, you know, and I'll just say that, you know, I see that in every aspect of everything that we do as an organization every single day. A lot of people want to be us, but they don't want to put in the work, the effort, the preparation, all those things that come beforehand to do what it is that we do. And whether it be from game operations, fan engagement, fan experiences, hot chip challenge, last minute introduction things. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just I was glad to see that one, there was a large number of guys that were willing to come out and take a chance on us, but some guys that put in a lot of time, work, and energy to do that as well. And I think there was definitely some guys that caught my attention. You could tell that they put in the work and the effort on that. And I know that a coach talked about, there were some that, I mean, I think they woke up that day is what it seemed like and decided they were going to go do it.
Right.
And coach told him, he goes like, look, man, if you think you're going to come out here and do this and do that, he goes, I find that very insulting. I'm not going to say much more than that because he probably used a lot more colorful words. Actually, I know that he did. But you know what I mean? But like, we're passionate about what it is that we do. And having people that are on the same level across the same plane throughout the organization, it shows. And that's why we've had the success that we've had. And, you know, I'll let Coach talk about it a little bit more. I mean, we actually have got some people showing up from tryouts and everything else, and they're going to give them an opportunity to earn a roster spot for the 2026 season. So, I mean, I thought it went great.
Go. I know, you know, we did our best multiple shows, and I did it on purpose that way. We talked about it purposely, obviously, and we know that a lot of people that are tuning in are more fans, right? We know this message doesn't get out there, but if we can always influence one athlete that is trying for these opportunities. And I know, there were some questions that we had on one of our podcasts that would tell us where you're at in your process, right? The questions that you would ask, we'd answer them, but your questions kind of tell us where you're at in that process. And now it's time to find help, whether it is with us. You guys, of course, have connections with AF1, AF2, where people could also go to that route. Now, of course, we don't have a team that's right here that you could go, hey, we're going to do a 2-team tryout, this or that. But I'm sure you can refer some of these athletes to other divisions and other conferences.
I think with that league, with our league, with the IFL, I think it lends back to what Ricky said. You can't just get up off the couch and play for any of those leagues, right? And so he's correct. I was very colorful in my assessment of some of the guys that thought they could just walk in and join the team off the couch. It's an insult to my profession. I'm getting hot just talking about it.
Good thing we're about to put him on a break, but you ain't getting hot yet.
But look, let's give a shout out to the guy. Actually, I'm going to mention two guys that really worked hard and made a name for themselves. One has already been offered a contract, which is Dennis Johnson out of Baylor University of Purdue.
Let's go.
The linebacker, and I think he's going to shock some people. And then Tyler Levy, who's a local kid, was actually a coach at Buena Vista. We'll get him to come in maybe on a practice waiver, see what he can do in 2 days against some of our top DBs, and we'll make some decisions on him from there. But both of those guys put in the effort that's allowing them to get to the next step. Look, no roster spot has been solidified yet. We've given out contracts and we have signed contracts which allow 35 professional athletes to come to camp and compete for a spot on the team, but nobody's solidified anything yet. And I think that's where my colorful statements came from is you're taking a really hard route to join a professional team. You think you're going to do that just getting up off the couch, eating some Cheerios and coming to play football. That's just insanity. Just stay home.
I've got a little story to add on to that. And this was prior to Coach's time here. This was going into the 2023 season during training camp. And we had a battle take place at the quarterback position. We had brought in one individual that was a D1 quarterback for a team in the ACC at Virginia Tech, very well established, had a cup of coffee at the pro level as well. And we brought in another one, D1 quarterback that played in the Big Ten, and everybody knows as Mr. Tommy Armstrong, and Rayshawn Kaiser was our coach at that time, and still appreciative of all the stuff that he did. I remember sitting in the coach's office talking to him, and he goes, "Hey, we've got this quarterback battle taking place between Gerard Evans and Tommy Armstrong." And, he goes like, "I just want to talk to you about the dynamics, what's going to be, who we're going to play and everything else." And now naturally, of course, I live here, and I would love to have seen Tommy win. But I said, "Coach, at the end of the day, it's whoever's going to give us the best chance to win, regardless of who that is." And I think that was the first day of training camp when we had that conversation. The rest is history. I mean, like I said, Tommy went on to be everything for this organization. We could have been in more, and that's no shot against Gerard or anything like that at all, but the proof was in the pudding of what Tommy did on the football field. And in Omaha, there is no coach's favorites, this or that. We all have people that we like, but the best person's going to play. That's what's going to happen. I mean, we have an obligation to all players that put in that work, that effort. And if you're the best player at your position, you're going to play. And we have that obligation to not only the players, the coaches, we have that obligation to the fans and the community as well. We are a group of individuals that represents the community. And regardless of where you're from, what you did, what large school, what small school, heck, Tyler Lowenstein. Tyler did not play college football, and Tyler was going toe-to-toe competing against a guy, and in some instances starting against a guy that was a quarterback at Ohio State, you know what I mean? And so it's the same thing for us, I mean, regardless of who it is, the best players are going to play. Our number one obligation is to go out there and put the best product on the field for the community, for our partners, for our fans, and represent the community, and try to win some football games and give them something to be proud of. So the best player is going to always play in Omaha.
Well, I greatly appreciate the insight. Of course, everybody out there that is wondering about the roster. Obviously, 35 guys are going to get signed. When it comes to that, when does the opening start?
So we're already in free agency. If you go to our website, beeffootball.com, and you go to the roster, you can see the 35 guys that we've signed now. We're in a good place. I like where we're at. We had a surprise signing today that's not listed yet. That'll be announced in the coming days.
Oh, but by golly, Chris Vosh is on here commenting. He's been very vocal about it.
Of course he's vocal. When is he not vocal? But look, I'll say this, Kendall, and I would hope that my boss would say the same thing. I've been very active this offseason. My assistant coaches have been very active this offseason. I'm really excited about the roster that we're bringing to camp. I highly doubt there's going to be a camp as competitive as ours. And that's the standard that I'm going to continue to lead here as long as he allows me to run this show. So
I got two things we're going to close on that, right?
Yes, sir.
And it is a testament to the work that the coaching staff has put in here. I can tell you, look, we can bring in 35 guys for camp. That is it. No practice guys on contracts, whatever. We'll have a conversation afterwards.
Yep.
35 guys for camp.
So I'm at 33.
We can only keep 25 on our roster. So that means 10 guys that we release won't make our team. I will put money and give it a fact. We will be playing against those guys on the opposite field at some point in time, because that's the job that our coaching staff has done on recruiting a roster and
100%.
We will be, some of the guys that we release, because we can only keep 25, we will be playing against them on a football game at some point in the 2026 season. So,
well, I greatly appreciate Coach.
And I got one last thing, and then I will go here. You might have it already built in here. You got stuff for dance team tryouts for this weekend built in. You're going to talk about.
Yeah, that's gonna. Yeah, we're
okay. I'll be quiet about that. All right, then I won't.
No, it's making sure. Obviously, we'll say it now and we'll say it at the end. That way, we get two for it. Of course, you got the prime dancers.
Comment. I'm sorry.
You're good. I need to shut off. I need to shut off comments when you guys are here.
Oh, we're
all right.
Good.
Good. All right, Ricky, go ahead. You got tryouts Saturday at Stockton Bonds for the prime dancers, 5:00.
No, 5:30 is when
5:30.
Yeah, okay. Doors open at 5:30. The tryouts will start at 6:30. I am really excited to see all the work that Skylar and Zoe, the director and alternate director, have put on in for the tryouts. This is an open invitation, though. I mean, this is open to all of our fans and everything else. It fills up really quick, so I'd probably tell you to get there early at 5:30. We've got some other special announcements we're going to be making there. But yeah, the tryouts themselves will start at 6:30. We'll be done by 8:30. People are more than welcome to hang around and all that. This is a kid-friendly environment of what it's going to be. Some people have brought their kids before in the past and stuff. But yeah, I'm with all the stuff kind of going on, us kind of pushing things up, stuff with Fan Fest and everything else. Our dance team tryouts are a very, very big deal, something our fans get fired up about. And again, it's an open invitation. It's Stocks and Bonds right on the corner from us, and excited to kind of get that going. But the doors open at 5:30 with the tryout starting at 6:30.
First 5 fans that find me and say "Go Beef" and take a picture with me, I'll buy you a drink.
Woo! You heard it here first.
Key number 5. 5 fans. 5
coming up next is going to be our sponsor.
I need to shut off the company credit card on Saturday. Is what I got to do. Shut off the company.
Just five.
Right. It might be the last drink I get to have before the hot chip challenge, and I'm dead. So.
Well, we're going to go ahead and bring on our sponsor of the show.
Right.
We're going to start with his commercial, and then we'll get to him. Let's go.
Sounds good.
Here's a little updated video. Wheels freshly powder coated. Exhaust finished out the back. New fuel tank. New carpet. It is not a dash cap, it's a regular old dash.
All right, we got Top Dog powder coating, and what it was just him kind of showing some of the work that they do. We got Bill Harden, the owner over here with 45 plus years amongst him and his team. Who did you bring with you? You got a sidekick here.
Yeah, this is Luke Beastman. Luke's been with me for over 2 years now.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys, of course, we appreciate you, one, for being a partner of the Omaha Beef. What made you decide Omaha Beef? What have you kind of seen from a business point of view for yourself that you're like, this is someone I could team up with, not only to show what I get to do, but also be around what we get to do?
It was kind of a weird thing because I was actually out of the country when my son had called and said, hey, I've got an opportunity to be a sponsor for Omaha Beef. And we talked about it. And I said, is there a way I can get in on this thing? I said, it sounds awesome. My son and I are football geeks. I mean, we,
Bang, bang, Niner gang. I already found out. See,
yeah.
2 for us 49er fans, 1 for Ricky and St. Louis Rams.
My son and I always say everywhere we go, we got Niner fans, and my wife hates it because she's a Bronco fan.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, I just I got a hold of him, and then I talked to Coach Brandon, and we're trying to get a package put together that would make sense for us and everything. And I just, like I said, I love football. I love being around it and being a part of it to help sponsor and everything. It just kind of fit perfect.
And for yourself, how come? What makes you choose Top Dog every day? What do you get to do that keeps you interested? Because at a job of powder coating, I can only guess and estimate here, right? I've never been there, but I'm guessing the items that you get to do is, 1, it's not the same thing every day in and day out. 2, sometimes you probably get challenged that someone will go, nah, you can't do this. And you're like, just watch us. And 3, you get to see the end results of things that people go, wow, awesome. What's kind of your take for it?
Well, all that, and knowing I'm doing something I love the right way and producing the best product I can, because I've worked at places that don't do that.
Okay.
And that's what led me to go to the Top Dog, because
the name speaks for itself. The name
Exactly.
speaks for itself. You guys, of course, brought some products that you guys have worked on. What do you got with you here today?
So one of the things we do a lot of Yeti tumblers, stainless steel tumblers. This one in particular is one we did. I got hooked up with the show Gold Rush.
Man, that's like for the first many years, that was part of my repertoire of watching. I mean, just because
that's the logo.
Yeah, that is.
That's the logo, the 316 logo. And I got hooked up with them. We went on vacation in Colorado and stopped in to see them, and I brought them a couple tumblers, and ever since then they've asked me to make more and more and more. They put their gold in it at the end of the shows and everything. Probably some of the nicest people you're ever going to meet, just humble, kind.
When you say this is what I continue to tell people. For those that don't know, like, this continues to prove how small this world is. And what I mean by that is my connection to them, besides loving the show, I dispatch life flight helicopters and airplanes, and we've done Alaska. So, of course, Grandpa was on one of our planes before.
Jack,
yeah. And so, like, to me, it just hits differently, just as with you, when you're going to experience the outside to watch a show, but then now you get to deal with them one-on-one, and you get to anybody can make a product, right?
Correct.
But you showed them the quality and what they wanted. What was that like for you, just getting that opportunity? Because I always say we're always selling ourselves, no matter what we do.
And that was kind of the goal, was to see if we could take it out there to them and present it to them. And like I said, the part about Jack is he's so genuine. He called me a couple weeks later after I'd made him the first couple cups and said, can you make me a couple more? And I said, absolutely. So interject real quick, the shirts that Luke and I are wearing, a buddy of mine makes these for us. He's local here in La Vista, actually, just up the street. Edgeware screen printing from Gary Rotherman. And I got a hold of him and I said, hey, I got this opportunity to send some more stainless steel tumblers to the Hoffmans. Can you make me a sweatshirt with my logo on the front instead of on the back? And I sent it up there to him with the tumblers, not expecting anything, but hoping for the best. And my wife and I are watching the show on a Friday night, and they bring my tumbler out to weigh the gold. They pour the gold out of it. And Jack is actually wearing my sweatshirt on national TV. And we just sat there like, holy moly, this actually happened. We had hoping for it, but not expecting it, So one of those things he didn't have to do. He didn't ask to do it.
You didn't ask him to do it?
I did not ask him to do it. I sent it to him, saying, hey, I made it in safety orange. So if any of the guys want to wear it around the camp, they can, hoping it might catch a camera once in a while. But to have him, the center of the show, wearing it while he's doing what he's doing, that's pretty cool.
What I really like about your guys' story, and especially with him being here, I'm grateful that you brought him, because he said exactly things that he's not the owner. And he was able to say, I love what I get to do because we do it right. And because you did it right, not because you oversold what you did, not because you went out of your way to do it quicker, faster. You just did it right. It is now a product that is instilled into a show that you watched and you love. And that's exactly what I get to do, and why I love, I just brought it up last podcast where, I don't like to talk about it much. I just love to get to do. But I mean, yesterday I got to interview Jordan Westerkamp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I never thought in my day that I would get to talk to that guy like that. And then the dude's like, here's my number. Here's this. Why? Because I went the right way. And the conversation was so genuine that it makes them where they don't want to end that conversation. As you just saw when we're sitting here, I'm like, man, we got to get to our sponsor here. They're waiting. We got a football player and a coach here just waiting. But it's just those genuine conversations, those genuine actions that you continue to do. When you hear a worker say that without you, you do have a gun next to you, so maybe you said something. I don't know. But I mean, that's got to also hit home for you of going, I've done the right things for my business to be where I am today.
Well, a couple things. What was funny is Luke actually came into the shop one day, and at the time, my daughter-in-law, Grace, was working for me, and he says, hey, are you guys hiring? And I said, no, we're not. Thanks. And he went on his way, and he came back like maybe a month or two later, and he brought in something that he wanted to get powder coated that they couldn't powder coat at the place he was currently working. He goes, they're screwing it up. It's not working. Can you do it? And I said, weren't you the kid that asked about working here? I said, Grace is actually moving on to go to something else. Do you still want a job? And he goes, yeah. And I said, what made you decide to ask about coming here? And he said that I had done my research and found I wanted to go to the best place in Omaha for powder coating, to learn from the best, to be the best, to put out the best product. That's how he got with me. And he's always asking every day. He's like, hey, what about this? How do we do this? How does this work? How do we make this, instead of just doing it and being wrong, asking the right questions, doing the right thing,
Lou, you're right place, right time. You took the risk that most people are scared of. Mm-hmm. They're not willing to go do that. But I always tell people, if you are meant to be somewhere and you do the right things to get there, just as with his company as well, the things continue to come. And as hopefully you're seeing in the 2 years that you work with them, the knowledge that you've learned, the quality of work. I mean, go ahead. What do you got for the gun there? I mean,
so we also do ceramic coatings, and ceramic coatings involves firearms, and it also involves high temperature ceramic for exhaust. And this is what Cerakote is. And as you were speaking earlier on, Veterans Day, it's an American flag theme. It's a fully functional gun. It's not a toy. There is no magazine in it. It's empty. But you can put pretty much any design you want on it. And this is my own personal one. And I went with the Stars and Stripes. It's a composite frame with a steel slide. So we can do both the plastic and the steel. As a different powder coating, you can only do the metal stuff because it's got to go in the oven and bake. So we don't do that. But Cerakote's a very thin coating, a lot of design options to it. And this is one of the things that we do as well. I know Luke's, did you do a gun too? We did one of yours?
No, we didn't.
We haven't done Luke's yet, but yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah, it's just one of the other things we can do. We add on to our repertoire of things we can do.
Now, I've seen it on the internet. Now, remember, if you're watching this, don't do it with your own computer. Okay. But of course, where people will take an item and they put it in water and all of a sudden that's onto it. What is that called? Do you guys do that?
We do not do that. That's
okay.
It's a hydro dipping.
Okay.
And what that is they put a ink. So they'll take a piece of filament that has an ink pattern on it.
Gotcha.
They put that on top of the water.
Yes.
They dissolve the filament and leaves the ink on the water. So you can literally put your hand in there. And as your hand goes in the water, the filament will wrap around your hand.
Okay.
And it comes out as an ink.
Oh, I've seen some things. I know some people are talking about
as well.
Okay.
difference is that stuff will eventually wear off, and
Perfect.
this stuff will take a beating. It's good. It's got a heat rating to it. So as you're running rounds through the firearm, it's not going to chip off or flake off or burn off on you.
Awesome. Luke, what is your favorite thing so far that you have learned, and what's your favorite job to get to do there?
Lunchtime.
A tough one. Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, man. We can't hate on the guy who likes food. I mean, Coach, have you seen his food reviews? That's what he does. You could hang out with him.
Yeah,
that would be good. But what do you really like to do, honestly?
My favorite stuff is like the two-toning, the stencils.
Okay.
All the crazy cool stuff for like show cars and show trucks.
He actually did some pretty cool stuff with his own truck here recently. Yeah, he's stripped a bunch of stuff and redone a bunch of suspension stuff on his own truck.
Well, what we'll have to do is hopefully we're going to have, some of those pre-game get-togethers as you guys bring it out, show what you got. Our biggest thing there is the weather. This last year, it did not work. It was either super cold, windy, rainy. But hopefully this year we get to where we can hang out in the back parking lot, show the fans some of our sponsors and what they do. And especially if you got stuff like that, because I think what I love about what you get to do with your car is, one, it's never done.
Yep.
Two, but you get to show people the progress. And that's kind of even about the sport of football, right? Like everybody thinks that everybody wants to see their highlight reel and that's it. But some coaches want to see what the work you do to get there. So it's kind of like that in retrospective football and what you get to do. So I appreciate that. Bill, we'll get you out of here on this. And of course, kind of let people know, one, how they can find your business. Also, what's some of the favorite things that you get to do with what you get to do?
I think like Luke said, it's you mentioned earlier about the challenges and stuff like that. And one of the things my dad always said is the hard to do, we can do that now. The impossible, it'll take a little while. It's one of those things like you're going to challenge us. We're going to get to it. Might take us a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and do it. And as Luke had mentioned earlier, I had mentioned that he had said that he wanted to work for the best in town. And we just actually won the Best of Omaha award for best powder coating in.
Let's go. It was the only added sound the Omaha Beef had to anything.
It was just announced here November 1st that we had won the best powder coating of Omaha. But I like the challenges, like you said, the day-to-day thing. We don't do the same thing twice. I think yesterday I was in 5 different colors. Yep. So, we're in 5 or 6 different colors a day. We don't just run like black 24/7. So it's always a different product, a different thing, a different color. It's just fun. It's one of those things I wake up. I've been doing this since 2009 and I don't wake up going, oh my gosh, I got to go to work. I'm like, I got this to do, that to do, and I think that's a big thing with something that you're doing. It can't be something that you hate to do. You should want to do it, and then want to be best at it and give the customer the best product they can have. I don't want people coming back. It's my name on it. I don't want them saying, oh, this is who did it, so it's fun. Like I said, we have a good time. We get along great. We have the same views on a lot of things. He's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. So, we don't.
So he's owned that on us more than once. I know how that goes. All right. Well, that's that segment for the Chiefs fan. But in all honesty, we appreciate Top Dog and what they are now, a part of the beef family, and the fact of the quality that they want to deliver is everything of the standard that we constantly talk about here with the Omaha Beef. So with you guys in connection, we appreciate it. Let them know how they can find you, where you guys are located, and kind of if they were to go to your website, what should they expect? Kind of how do they kind of go, hey, I got this item, I want to get it done. What is that kind of like for you guys?
A couple different ways. We have a website, topdogpowdercoating.com. You can also find us on Facebook, and we're also on Instagram. We have an Instagram. You can also call our phone number.
I like when he looks at Luke. He was like, Luke, come on, man. We got Instagram, right?
We got Instagram.
I let Luke run the Instagram. Dude, I run the Facebook.
This is why he's a business owner, because it's just like Ricky says here. He doesn't have to be the best at everything. He finds the people that can handle those things.
Oh, he brings his gimbal in all the time and takes.
Dude, I love it. That's me, man. That's all I do. I do it for sports, a lot of high school sports, but I also do it for the Omaha Beef. One thing that I've incorporated is a 360 camera. So I create after the games some interactions with fans and the players, because I don't know when the last time you've been to a beef game, but I know you'll be coming here soon.
I was real little.
Okay. Well, I promise you, it is all action all the time, and especially with these players and fans. And I want to give the fans the view of them to be able to sit in the game and be in it instead of sitting there with their phone to watch it.
Correct.
And when we could share a video of a touchdown and the players coming up, high-fiving, giving the love, that is what it's about for those fans. Because without fans and without, customers like yourself that join partnership with us, we can't do what we love here and share the community. And obviously, we love that Top Dog is a part of the community. I love the fact that he came with a 49ers tumbler, not a St. Louis Rams. Yeah, I'm going to say St. Louis. I know they're LA Rams, but it is what it is. So once again, check out their website. Go ahead with your phone number.
Phone number if you want to call or text. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. It's 402-669-2277. And our location, for anybody that's been around Omaha for more than a few years, we are just west of what used to be Skate Days on 132nd and Center, address 13414 A Street.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your story.
Thank you for having
and
us.
Especially connecting the fact that you brought an employee that's not here to just say all these things, but his words are a direct reflection of the owner. And you guys make sure to check out Top Dog. Coming up next, we got Coach coming back, and then we got a couple good guests. We'll share their videos as well right after this. King
one
Oil.
last thing.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say, Coach, good luck with your Scoville.
Ooh, that's a good finish. Well, here we go. We'll see you here in a moment.
It's pretty simple. We change oil.
As a single parent, I come here because I trust them with my car care needs.
It's been very good, very fast. I've never had to wait.
They've never tried to upsell me, but at the same time, they have always given me options.
It's great customer service, very friendly staff, and it's really fast and easy to get in and out.
Stop by King's Fast Oil today. We change oil with a smile.
Ace Rent to Own. 4 ways to save. 1. Cash sales with our best price guarantee. 2. Up to 12 months, no interest. 3. Short-term leasing. And 4. Our best rent to own low weekly rate.
Ace Rent to Own, where we make friends.
That was so
I
excited from
know.
the
I
video.
was thinking about it, but
Yeah.
no, come on. I got to rephrase this. Let's see here. I'm trying to get you guys equal here. Sorry. No, that won't work. Hold on. I'm trying a few things here. All right. Well, we'll have you guys there in the small screen, but welcome to the show. First, we got now special teams coach, Hall of Famer for 2024, Brandon Stewart. Coach Stewart, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Great to be here.
What's up, Coach?
How you doing, Coach?
I mean, you can't have a special teams coach without having the man, the myth of the special teams.
I'm so excited about this.
I am too. I mean, we went from an Iowa kicker to now an Iowa State kicker, and we have Chase Contreraz, and Chase is a local kid up from Missouri Valley. Then did a little bit stint for the Reavers, did a little stint for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and then finished off at Iowa State. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the team, Chase. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man. You got coach in Vegas, right?
So wait, let me do a
I'm
quick
in Vegas.
story. Quick story. All right.
You've heard of coach's quick stories.
No, it'll be quick, I promise. So Coach Stewart and I, we've been talking via text, email, all that stuff. We see each other at camp, which is not at camp, at Tryouts. Is the first time we'd seen each other in a minute. He's been traveling, I've been traveling. Comes up to me, he says, "I've got a kicker for you." I said, "We already have a kicker, Coach." He goes, "I'm telling you, you're gonna want to see the kicker that I have." I said, well, who is it? He goes, Chase Contreraz. I said, we've already got him. Good to go. So this right here.
That was it.
This specialties made in heaven right here.
He said, I got him.
We got him. So
we got him.
Same page from day one.
Well, Coach Stewart, of course, you played for the Omaha Beef. You're coming back as a coach.
Yep.
What does it mean to you? And kind of how did you kind of feel this was the right fitting for yourself to fit into what we do?
It's, for all the years that I've been with the Omaha Beef, it's been such a blessing and a tremendous honor. I mean, being part of one of the greatest indoor arena football teams in history, I mean, it says enough right there. We not only do we have the best fans, do we have the best, we bring in the best coaching staff. We have Coach Brandon, who's going to just do amazing things for us yet again this year. And no doubts, we are chip focused, chip driven, and chip hungry. So I think we're all on the same page with that. Coming back, and for Coach to offer me this opportunity was a complete honor. And, my love for the game is still there. I was super fortunate to it was the right timing for me. It was the right timing to be able to do this. It also made really good sense when Coach and I spoke about, the mindset of what we're trying to do this year. And I was all on board. I mean, it's almost being a player again, because the mindset is to get out there on the field and win every aspect of the game, offense, defense, special teams. It all comes together, and that's how we win championships. And we just mesh on the same, the mindset of what we're trying to do. And when Coach and I came together with Chase, and I said, hey, I got a guy, and he's like, I got a guy. And it just was it just meshed. And I tell you what, I could not ask and have a better kicker, a part of the Omaha Beef. This guy, I got to know him years ago and kick with him personally. And not only is he just an outstanding athlete and has a leg that is, I mean, I've kicked, okay, and I still think I'm probably one of the best arena kickers around. This guy has every opportunity to be one of the greatest. He blew my mind. He has got the leg strength of 10 guys, and I'm so excited to see what he is going to do. He's not only, like I said, a great man, a great father, and an amazing place kicker. This guy has it from A to Z, and he has got a cannon. And I cannot wait for our Omaha fans to see what this guy can do, because when you talk about deuces, you can go ahead and put goalposts behind the deuce, and Chase is going to hit behind the deuce. So, I'm telling you right now, it is effortless. The guy's got a great leg, and he takes it seriously. And so Omaha is blessed and honored to have this guy as a part of this 2016.
Well, I do want to apologize at the beginning. I did not mean to laugh at his chip joke.
Oh, I know why you were laughing.
But I thought it was more of like the next week. So I want to make sure everybody has that clear, because
we do.
I know what chip he's asking for and talking about in real deal. But I did have to go back to the chip.
I mean, I thought that was hilarious, because I'm thinking that chip might just burn a hole through the man's stomach, and we need him. I mean,
team needs you. Team needs you.
Team needs you.
Well, Chase, welcome to the team, and of course, you've had your experience through multiple levels, and even some opportunities. What has kind of been your outlook and your goals through so far post college?
Well, after college, I was lucky enough to be able to sign with an agent and perform at what they called the Big 12 Pro Day. Most schools usually have their pro days on campus and have the scouts come to them. After we finished up our season, we actually went down to the Dallas Cowboys training facility and had a Big 12 Pro Day. It's like another combine almost. Performed really well there, talked to some teams, and went to some combines with Nick Novak, Jamie Cole, John Carney, Gary Zahner, just continuing to try to keep my name out there and stay as ready as possible for any opportunities that present themselves. So yeah, just been continuing the grind and staying ready, kicking, 3-4 times a week, working out 6 times a week, trying to look like Coach Stewart here. Man's ripped.
Always.
Hey, buddy.
I've given up on that goal personally for me. It's just it's no competition. It's ridiculous.
So and of course, Chase, at your position, it's limited a lot more than the regular, right? Like most teams have one place kicker. If you're lucky, two, maybe just to go through a spring training and all that stuff. You don't always get these opportunities like a cornerback. They'll go 5 to 10 deep, depending on who's the coach. How did that adjust you to understand where you're at and where you're looking to go?
It really made me dial in even more on my craft. Like you said, teams only have one guy, maybe a guy on the practice squad, just because there's so many free agents waiting in the wings to be called on. So, if a starter goes down, they can just make a call and have somebody there the next day. So it's really made me, like I said, just kind of try to perfect what I'm doing and be as ready as possible for any of those opportunities.
Now, I could say this only because I've been to both. I don't think Negron's been there yet, but I've been to a Husker game and I've been to a Beef game. Okay, and the things that are very similar is the fans are really a part of the whole team. How does that impact you to understand of what you're coming to with the Omaha Beef and know that Beef Nation is really loud, but in your concept, you won't have to worry about it until you score those deuces and then they get really loud. And I could say this because, I mean, multiple times I've kind of turned around when it looks like it's going because I'm that guy recording and just let the camera do its thing. And I let everybody else be my reaction.
Well, yeah, being a hometown guy, I'm really excited to have that Beef Nation at my back. If they're anything close to what it was like being a Husker and Husker fans, I'm sure there's some, joint teams there where, there's got some Husker fans and some Beef fans. All around, just excited to be a part of that culture and have that support and put it through.
I've seen some of the environments he's kicked in on film. He's going to be just fine. So,
well, let's ask this so they don't have to talk about it after this. Was it Coach Stewart or Coach Negron that could be the recruiter for you? Who was the guy who had you
it's
first?
Definitely Coach Stewart. I'll give it.
Okay,
I'll
I
give
didn't
that
know.
to
I
Coach
didn't know.
Stewart.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Who would you say?
It was a joint effort. I would say I've known Coach Stewart for almost 3-4 years now. It's just a joint effort. But getting to know Coach Negron has been great too. So I'll give it to both of them. It was great that they worked together on this.
I got to talk with Chase just a little bit the other day, and so first off, he's well on his way to the Brandon Stewart path of fitness. He looks like a linebacker. But one of the things that I talked to him about is just that I've been very blessed in my coaching career, especially indoors, with typically my kicker wins special teams player of the year. I've had TC Stevens, who's a legend in indoor football, had Kevin Didio Weber in Carolina, had Caleb Shudak last year, and now Chase is, to me, that the next person, the next one to win that award. I don't put a lot of guarantees and predictions out there, but I've just seen enough of his film and just I'm getting to know his mind, and he, we have Coach Stewart now. Chase is going to win Special Teams Player of the Year. I told him the other day, he can vouch for this. I said, I will be lucky if I get to keep him the whole season, because he's going to get phone calls from other leagues after they see him kick in the first couple games.
100%.
He can kick the ball out of the arena. So he's a diamond in the rough, and we're just blessed to have him. And I'm gonna try and steal his cell phone during the season so we can't take any calls.
Actually, what you gotta do is just have that auto reply where it just says, please contact us after June 14th.
Yeah. Or maybe, there's all these apps now. Maybe I could just have his phone come to my phone and be like, no, he's unavailable, something to that. Yeah. But the other thing that I want to talk about is Coach Stewart and just how lucky we are to have him, and kind of where him coming on board elevates just the whole dynamic. So, I'm a very hands-on football coach. I think everybody knows that. Special teams is important to me. That's kind of how my career started. I mean, again, I coached kickers and I coached special teams and, gradually moved up the ladder. So it's important to me. Having Coach Stewart allows me to evolve as a coach because he's going to do some things with special teams that we should be doing, but historically have been outside of my comfort zone. And so to do that and for me to feel comfortable with that, we had to have a kicker that we believed in that can do the things that I know he's going to want to do. We've got the best kicker in the league, and we haven't even stepped on the field yet. So I'm excited about the two of them working together. Thanks, this organization means everything to Coach Stewart, and I know that. That's
100%.
The number one reason why him and I are going to get along so well, because he understands my why and I understand his. And our job is to win a championship and help Chase achieve his career goals at the same time. Can't wait.
Well, we all know that we've said it multiple times. If you're not on a team where they're looking for your future, you got to find a new team. But obviously here at the Omaha Beef, that is what we've always preached and said. Coach Stewart, of course, some of the fans might go, okay, so what is Coach Stewart's coaching history? How does coaching come out of someone that's played and obviously still has to run the day-to-day life that you have to run yourself outside of the game?
Sure. Coaching wise, I've and Chase knows this too, is with kicking camps, I've run a lot of kicking camps and also have really groomed a lot of guys from high school to get to college and really helped a lot of college guys get to the next level. If they want to play pro football, it's a real conversation of like, here's what's going to have to happen and here's what you're going to do. And I'm really real with it. I've been there. I had a really great college career and was able to get to the pro level through arena football, the XFL, have multiple NFL tryouts. It's the reality of saying, as a coach, and especially as a specialized player coach, I'm not going to run the offense. I'm not going to run the defense. But what I do know is I know kickers and I know what we're looking for. I know what needs to be done in a place kicker as a punter as well. And these are Kobe shots all day long with this guy. I mean, this one here is just it actually makes me nervous because a lot of my records with the beef, this guy's probably gonna beat. So you know what though? I'd be honored because he is such a good guy. And that's why I can't say enough about him. I've seen great kickers that have no personality and they're just not team players. I don't want them. And this guy is 100% just all around a team player, wants it, is truly driven to his craft. And I watched him go through the ranks of the Jamie Coles, the Gary Zonners. I went through all those camps myself, so I can kind of relate with that. And I'll tell you what, those coaches were blown away. And when I was watching him, and they kept moving him back, and the other guys were just fading off because this guy's got such a leg. They keep moving him back. The other guys were like, nah. And I was just like, I was proud because, I got to know him and build a friendship with him. And now I can really help him now go to the next level. And like Coach said, there are probably going to be calls. I mean, he's really the next caliber of kicker. He's the guy that is a Sunday player. But what we're going to do with him for the beef, he is going to put on a show for these fans. And I am ecstatic to be a part of that. And we're going to do some things with the kicking game that is just going to – these other teams are just going to be like either going to get hit with a missile or they're just going to everybody just get back in the goal line and watch the ball go out of the arena. Just watch the ball go out of the arena.
Be ready.
I appreciate that, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. It's deserved. It's deserved. And like I said, Coach and I are definitely on the same page. And that special teams is his baby. So it means a lot to me, for his trust to allow me to be part of this with him. And like I said, our goal is honestly it's now, not just when it starts, is the whole mentality starts today. And it's win. It's just win. Yep. And when that cup's held high and everybody's got their rings, then we can talk about then we can talk about the next year after that too.
Chase, of course, why Omaha, and what did the Omaha Beef Nation need to know about you?
Well, I was born in Omaha. I grew up in this area. And so to me, it's just, why not? It's a great opportunity. It's a great fan base. I've got a great coaching staff. There's been a lot of success with the beef from other, past teammates and players. So why not? Like, just give it all I got. Go out there and do what I can do.
Outside of football, what should fans know about you? What's some things that kind of keep you on a silver lining of just being mellow and being yourself, but also being able to just break away from the game? I think sometimes people forget that players have to have something outside of the game and something that keeps them, just even kill. What's your go-to? What's the thing that keeps Chase even?
For me, it's family. I'm really family based. So spending time with my wife and my daughter, they're my world. So
that's awesome.
They keep me really, level headed, and my wife keeps me humble. So they're everything to me. And when I'm not kicking the football, I just, want to spend my time with them.
You're going to make them really proud this season.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amen.
Now, Coach, of course, kicking has turned up this past year. We appreciate everything that has been going on, and you can only get better, right? There's only continuous growth. What's the biggest thing that you see with this combo coming in and that really feeds into who you are and what you are looking for?
Well, this is the problem that I have with the National Arena League, because the kicking's been turned up for me. I don't know where it just got turned up.
Well, I don't know you prior to this, but
it's not you, man. It's not you. It's I think this league does a disservice to the kicking, and I keep doing it because we'll just keep bringing in the best kickers and the best assets.
Yep.
And when we need a big kick, we'll get it, and you'll just watch. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get aggravated because it's always been turned up for me.
Well, can I say one thing on that? I kind of feel what you mean, because when I do see a team not have a kicker,
it's ridiculous.
I feel it's almost kind of on that level to me.
Yeah.
Disrespect to the game.
I absolutely
feel the same way. And it don't matter if you're a team that is coming in as the preseason team.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you're the team that is the newest team on the block or the team that has been there. But when I don't see that you can't kick at all, it just turns me going, what are we doing?
Coach Stewart, Caleb Shudak gave us a home playoff game.
Oh,
last year.
yes.
Yeah.
He kicked the deuce in Colorado with 3 seconds left. We took the lead after we went for the extra point after we scored. Yeah, and he blasted it. The scary part is this kid could probably kick it another 15 yards, and Caleb had a pretty good leg. So I don't understand why teams devalue the kicking game. Again, if that's what you want to do, that's your prerogative. Kudos to you. You're just helping us do what we do best, and that's making sure that we have the premium tools of every facet of the game. We're going to be dominant in the kicking game. We're going to be dominant offensively. We're going to be dominant defensively. And that's what separates us from other teams in the league. Now, I'm not going to say every team in the league doesn't put a value on kicking, because I know some of the kickers that have been signed around the league. Obviously, Ferreira in Colorado is always going to be good. Salina just signed Willie Cavanis, who was my kicker in Carolina. But, you're going to see a lot of these teams are going to make kickers the last priority, and I just think that's a mistake and an insult to the game, and I just think that shows lack of understanding of coaching and game optics.
That's it.
Well, while we have the kicker and special teams, I do want to give a shout out, especially for a former Omaha Beef who was here for some championships and who passed away just recently, and was a great teammate and a great leader. And the biggest thing is he was one of the quietest guys. Like you really had to know that he was there, but his foot was there when you needed it.
Yeah.
I still remember to the day when I turned around and we're going for that last point, and Tommy is the one that tells him, I can believe in you. You got this. And I'm sitting there turning around. And so we want to give a special shout out to Paul Ortiz and his family. Rest in peace. And I also want to give a shout out, if you have not read, USA Today did a great article on it. Put life in perspective of, the type of guy who he was. He never wanted to say no. He never wanted to back away from the challenge, and even when the challenge was bigger than him. So just a quick moment for Paul Ortiz and the Omaha Beef and those who were really close to him. I know I reached out to Tommy because Tommy was super close to him and made sure to check on him. I unfortunately did not get that relationship with him because the kickers come in very shortly and they leave quickly. They're not there to do a lot. So I appreciate Paul and everything he did for the Omaha Beef.
Couldn't have said it better, my friend.
Yeah.
And then also, I'll just hit you guys with this real quick and kind of get us out of here on this. And if any of those that are watching has any questions, you can most definitely throw it in there for Coach Stewart and Chase Contreraz. But, there was a major thing that happened today, and I got to speak on it yesterday with Jordan Westerkamp. Those that know, Husker legend, miracle catch, the magician when it came to catching. Great guy. But we hit hard on the mental aspect that I think some people pass shortchange. And today there was a young man, 24. I don't know all the details, but I know mental health is a real deal. When you look at the stuff that you guys have went through, Chase, of course, yourself battling the fact that, you're going 1 against 1 or 1 against 2. What's some of the things that you do for yourself to keep your mental right when it comes to that, and not afraid to tell people that it is a mental? There's a lot of mental to football, but everybody goes, you're a football player. You shouldn't have a mental. You should be as tough as you can be. What's some of those things that you kind of hit home with for yourself to keep yourself on the mental side?
Well, personally, just for myself, I really, like to take the time to, I do a lot of meditation and yoga as a kicker, but with my circle, just staying close with friends and family when I can, and really just, staying in touch. And, I've had some friends that unfortunately have, passed away due to mental health issues, and it is a growing concern. So yeah, really just staying close to loved ones and friends, and making sure to reach out to those, you think everybody's fine, but staying in touch with friends that you haven't heard from. So yeah, it's really, like I said, a growing concern and an important thing for not only athletes, but everybody.
Thank you. And for Brandon, Coach Stewart, how about yourself? What's some of the things that you've used through your time, and you kind of obviously have to project to even the people that follow you, whether it's the players, the athletes, and especially as a kicker. I mean, that's one of the make or break. I mean, everybody thinks of the funny one from Ace Ventura, everybody thinks the funny part, but they don't realize that could actually happen for a kicker,
Yeah. I mean,
out, Dan.
I mean, here it's like anything. Being a pro physique competitor, being a pro football player, all those things, you definitely have to prepare yourself, and you have to know that the mental toughness is a huge part of not just in sports, but everyday life, because at the end of the thing is, you're out there on the field and you are a product. Yeah, you are a product. But the thing is that you are a product of something that you love to do. So, you prepare yourself as an athlete to get out there and really just dial in and you just prepare to whatever comes. You're going to miss. If the thing is, when you say, I'm never going to miss, and it's like you're setting yourself up for then the worst part of the damage of the mental aspect, because you can't recover from that. But when you can, for me, success is when you can brush it off and you can make 7 more in a row. Because guess what? Then you're moving on. And you know what? Nobody's going to remember that last one, but they're remembering the 7 you just made. And so with that aspect is, like you said, in like Ace Ventura, and it just was a complete debacle meltdown, and, to the most extreme. But it's like, you just have to know that you're going to go out there, you're going to do your best, because as a pro athlete, there's nothing but to give your best. And you're not just doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for your team, your family, for your coaches, and for everybody and those fans. And so, you know what, you're going to go out there and you are going to give your best. And you know what, if something happens, you miss one, you have to be strong enough to say, cool, look at what you did, play it in your head and say, cool, I know what I got to do and make those adjustments. And then you just go on. That's the mental strength, is when you can just move on from it. That's the real power.
Man, 100%. I appreciate good word there, Coach Negron. How about for yourself, as we're kind of getting out of here? And I appreciate everybody that's tuned in, and I know that we kind of went to a different place here at the end, but it's a part of the game.
I think it was great.
I think it's a part of the game that gets forgotten, but it's a part of the athletes and the family. And that's why when these athletes come to you as fans and look up to you as fans, they look up to you just as much as you look up to them for some of them, because they don't have family. They don't have that close companionship close. So we'll let you finish here, Coach.
Yeah,
with that
so
aspect.
I'm going to speak to a little bit about what you said, because I come from that era, right? I was I am, guys call me the old man all the time. I'm an old school coach that in the past said, toughen up, rub some dirt on it, all that stuff. And the game's evolved. And I think that coaching had to evolve, right? We had to make mental health a priority. It does matter. It is, depending on what direction it can go, positive or negative, it's extremely impactful on the person. So for me, what as I've evolved and gotten better at managing that for the team, my thing has always been, look, lean on each other, right? Lean on the team, lean on your coaches. I don't use the word family lightly when it comes to this football team, right? This is, you'll hear me say it all the time. This isn't transactional, man. I want these guys to be fully vested in each other as much as they are invested in the game. So, I cringe and get anxiety when I see things like happened to the Cowboys player today. And, he's got a family he's left behind. He's 24 and he felt like his only answer was to take his life. That's intense, right? So, we have a responsibility here with the coaching staff and within the front office to create an environment where we can mitigate mental health issues as much as possible. So we put some benefits in place. Coach Stewart, in addition to being a coach, he's a proprietor of a nutrition company that sponsors the team. We have Achieve, where, because I know there's a lot of correlation to physical fitness and mental health and exercise regimens, things like that. And look, we have people you can talk to. I mean, the door is open, man. Everybody knows my door is always open. Even if I don't like it, I'm going to listen, right? So I think that's important. I think the guys need to know that. I think that's a lost art. I think there unfortunately are coaches out there that just look at you as a number and a playing asset. And I can get both. I can get the best out of you physically, and it's my responsibility to get the best out of you mentally too. So
that's a statement right there. I love that.
I don't take that lightly. I won't take that lightly, and I'll continue to learn and grow as a coach to manage some of those mental health issues and make sure I have the resources in place for my players to get through their mental obstacles.
Well, I greatly appreciate that, Coach. We'll get you guys out of here on this one. I want to thank you guys very much for joining us. Sitting there through some of the funny stuff and the behind the
114 days, boys.
Let's go. Let's go.
We'll get you guys out of here on this note. Chase, what should the Omaha Beef expect with Chase Contreraz?
I'd like to bring some consistency and confidence, not only to my teammates, but just the fan base as well, knowing that, I'm going to do my job as best as I can. So whether that's, some PATs, field goals, or the deuce, I'm going to go out there and give it all I can. So just bring some consistency and confidence in my teammates and knowing that I'm going to go out there and, like I said, give them hell.
Yeah, screw it. I'm going to say it for him. He's going to kick the shit out of the damn ball. Sorry, FCC.
That's all right. Coach Stewart, for yourself, what is, of course, I think when you have the Hall of Fame title and you have all that, but you just have the heart for the Omaha Beef. What are the fans going to get? Of course, I think the best thing is seeing you every game.
I mean, what they're going to get from me is they're going to get 100% of just giving back and just being that guy that they got, that they got to love since 2000, 2001. And it's going to be energy, it's going to be excitement, it's going to be enthusiasm, it's going to be intensity, it's going to be like Coach Negron said, it's if a player has an issue, I'm here. One thing I also want to bring to this team is health, fitness, nutrition. I want to bring all that to these guys because we're going to be the best team. We're going to be the strongest team. I'm afraid for their team. I want to bring that to them. I want to show these guys that, that doing healthier things presents healthier things in your life. It's longevity. We're here for the long haul, but by doing that and taking care of that, you're going to be a better product. You're going to be a better athlete on the field when you don't feel sluggish and you're not doing all these things outside of the extracurricular things that are not going to benefit you at all. And it's not going to benefit the team. So I'm going to be there for those guys when they have nutrition questions and they have questions about working out and all the things that I've done in my past, because I want to give back. And I've got a lot of things that I can help these guys with on that side too. So I'm excited to be part of that whole thing. And like I said, I think this might be the first time we see a beef football get split in half at the seams when this dude hits that ball. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
Okay, but I got one thing, Coach. You cannot, let me repeat this, and a chief physical therapy will tell you, you cannot take that energy to chest bump Coach Negron. Okay? He's fragile. We cannot have him on the IR.
Again, I think we've seen Brandon Stewart's build and we've seen mine. The goal is to keep me in the hospital, man.
Hey, Coach is ready to get. We already talked about his goals too, and so he's on board. And I'm excited for him. And I'm telling you right now, we're gonna be not only the rock star coaching staff, but those coaches aren't coming down our end. I'm telling you right now, do not walk down by our beef side.
I'm telling you right now, I feel like I have a responsibility to hold myself accountable to some things if I'm going to keep holding the players accountable. So Coach Stewart and I have a plan. We're going to talk. He's out of town right now, but
I'm going to get on this plan.
I'm just saying, Coach Negron might disappear for about 60 days and then come out of camp looking like a wrestler out of the.
That's it.
Go. My WrestleMania entrance.
If you do, I love it. We're going to get it going. Well, I want to give some shout outs. Of course, 42 Degrees, our wellness partner. We cannot do what we do without you, as you can see him. We obviously have Penn Steel Manufacturing as well, a great partner.
And I do want to add with 42 Degrees, Scott, the owner, he was going to be on the show today. He did have a death in the family. So, Scott, we're praying for you. Condolences for your family member. We'll see you when you get back soon.
Oh, always a spot on the couch for that. And then we also want to give a big shout out to JK Personal Touch for all the videos that they have shared with us.
The masters.
And the ones that have given us our graphics, especially for every signing. Can't wait to see whatever signing's about to come. You said it's coming soon.
Yeah. So look, I try to get the fan base as engaged as I can. So I'm going to be fully transparent. So we made an announcement that we had signed Dan Williams, former NFL wide receiver, had a stint with the Jets, had a stint with Seattle. He made a decision that was best for his career. He's going to play in AF1. Ain't mad at him. He's a little older, right? So he's making decisions that are specific for his career because the football clock is short, right?
Yes.
So he's not going to be with the team in 2026, and not mad at him at all. Want to wish him the best. But I assure you, I think I saw Brent Lee Allen comment, "God is great." Well, God is a hell of a general manager, and we got a signing. We're getting ready to announce in a couple days. Omaha, thank you for the opportunity. That's what I'm telling you.
Ready.
You all gave me an opportunity to come here, and I hope that you like the gift that I'm giving you in return for 2026. And it's a credit. The person is coming because of the likes of guys like Coach Stewart, Coach Kane, who's been extremely influential in recruiting, Coach Loftus. Good players come to great organizations, and this is a great player coming to a great organization. So keep your eyes peeled to Beef social media and get ready.
All right. And of course, Saturday we have the Primetime Dancers.
Yep.
Stocks and Bonds.
First 5 fans, drink with me. Come on.
Next place for you to see some of the Omaha Beef. I, of course, got to host a Husker party, so I will not be there. And then we'll do a special show.
Weekend?
Huh?
Who they got?
They got that UCLA team, and they got that freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, I saw. Raiola's out
so Raiola's out. But we'll see what happens. I mean, they're going to UCLA.
That's a tough road trip, man.
That's a tough road trip.
Crazy. Airports are packed today. Airports are packed.
Yeah, and make sure if you're trying to travel, make sure you do it right. I mean, it's not like it used to be right now, so be careful.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week, 7 p.m. if they don't see you here this Saturday. But once again, as always, remember, what is it? Go Beef.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
The standard is the standard. We set the standard.